Newsflash 1. The U.S. military released images of the USS Abraham Lincoln Carrier Strike Group in formation, signaling preparations for possible military action against Iran. If ordered by President Trump, strikes would likely rely on air and naval power. U.S.-Iran talks are set to resume in Geneva, but Washington is also deploying additional carriers, aircraft, and troops to the Middle East to pressure Tehran. Newsflash 2. U.S. forces intercepted and boarded an oil tanker in the Indo-Pacific, accusing it of attempting to violate a quarantine order issued by President Trump. The operation was carried out with air and naval support under international right-of-visit rules and ended without incident, highlighting continued U.S. efforts to tighten maritime enforcement and monitoring. Newsflash 3. A late-night stabbing in Osaka's tourist district left 3 teenagers injured, including a 7-year-old, who later died. Police arrested a 1-year-old man on suspicion of murder. Japanese media report the suspect knew the victims and had been involved in a dispute shortly before the attack. Newsflash 4. A massive sinkhole in central Aceh, Indonesia, has expanded to about 3 hectares this year, threatening local farmers' livelihoods. Authorities say ongoing land movement and frequent landslides continue to destabilize the ground. Drone footage shows farmland split by steep fissures, and farmers are seeking compensation as experts warn the collapse could continue unless groundwater flow is controlled. Newsflash 5. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said he hopes U.S.-brokered peace talks in Geneva next week will produce substantive progress, but criticized the frequency of demands for Ukrainian concessions. He also accused Russia of delaying decisions by changing its lead negotiator. Delegations from Ukraine, Russia, and the United States are scheduled to meet this week, with global attention on whether a breakthrough is possible. Newsflash 6. President Trump said he intends to require voter identification for the November midterm elections regardless of whether Congress approves the measure. He plans to issue an executive order but did not explain the legal basis. A House-passed bill requiring proof of citizenship is unlikely to advance in the Senate. Newsflash 7. Clashes erupted in the ultra-Orthodox city of Bnei Brak in Israel as police used stun grenades and arrested men protesting efforts to recruit members of their community into military service. 23 people were detained, and several officers were injured. The long-standing exemption for ultra-Orthodox men has become a major political issue as Israel's wars in Gaza and Lebanon continue.